Benchmarking is the best practice that we want to compare our performance to. This benchmarking, either internal benchmark or external benchmark. The benchmark is the threshold against which our organization performance will be compared. The benchmark can be applied to either the process or the outcome. Process like hand hygiene, fall prevention, or the outcome like patient satisfaction and mortality rate. The types of benchmark, we have said that it is either internal or external. The keys of benchmarking success we will discuss, and the planning, how to choose a topic to study, obtaining leadership support, organizing a benchmarking team, develop a plan, then selecting the appropriate benchmarking partner. If we are choosing external benchmark, which is selected. What we are going to discuss today is the data collection, the type, what is the inclusive, exclusive criteria, sampling, stratification, from where we will collect the data, how to collect, how to be sure that data are collected effectively. What about the support, data security, and verification of data? Analyzing the data, what are the type of the analyzing, how we can present the data after analyzing, to define out what are the reasons of the gap in performance. Using benchmark data result to improve the performance. Here, the best practice is maybe a very unachievable target. So if we want to target some level, it has to be smart, specific to the process that we are measuring, measurable in a form of numbers, attainable, realistic, and time framed to what extent in a time that we are going to reach, to be used in improvement process. Why we are using benchmarking? Because in the healthcare, we have to apply the best practice we can for the patient care with great efficiency usage of the resources, to have a good accountability about our providers, to can compete in the market, because the hospital market or the healthcare insurance becomes there is a big competition, that we have to enhance our marketing share. We have to improve the productivity. Benchmarking is one of the accreditation requirements. It will strengthen the staff and leadership of every unit, and the identifying opportunity for improvement. And this is an initiative for working and need to be modified every now and then for improvement. The types of benchmarking, we have said internal benchmarking in between our performance and another process in the same organization but in different area, like the ventilator associated pneumonia between ICU and used in other department of inpatient. or external. For the benefit of internal benchmarking, data are easily collected, no need to do great effort in collecting data of comparison. We can confident about the data which is collected, and validation will be less because we are the one who collect the data in both areas. But external benchmarking could be either locally in the same geographical area or national in the same country or international. But the problem that if you are going to compare to external benchmarking, you have to put in your mind the rule of apple to apple. It does mean that you have to think about the size, the service, the number of staff, the number of beds, to have the same circumstances and resources of that benchmark. There are certain keys to have a good benchmarking measure, which is strong leadership commitment, sufficient resources. That's why we usually ask the leadership to be part of the benchmarking process, to place a good benchmarking plan about clear problems, and then collect the data, analyze the data. Staff is involved in the collection and analysis, and measurement will be used for the improvement process. If you are going to put the plan for benchmarking, you have to determine what we are going to study. Formulating a benchmark team, identifying what is the partner, if it is external or internal, to collect data, analyze data, taking an action. The benchmark will show us where we are in our performance, not how we can improve. So the benchmarking will be used by how in improvement project to fit to what extent we are going to reach in our doing our job. The JCI usually didn't mention benchmarking in its standard, but putting a target, measuring every process to find out the gap in between your current performance and the target is mentioned everywhere and is the base of the quality improvement. First, you have to plan to choose a topic of study that impact on our patient, problem that need to be improved, urgency for improvement is needed, that this topic is directly related with the strategic plan of the hospital. There is a frequency of occurrence of failure in that topic of study. There is a probability of success if we are going to work on this problem to study. There is financial impact and leader support and interest to give us this resources needed, that if we are going to work on this study, it will be effective, it will have a good outcome for our patient, and it will increase the satisfaction of our staff. Question will help what a topic to study. Is the benchmarking topic critical? If it is, this benchmarking is a common in many organizations, If there is a feasible benchmark to this topic, are there benchmark target to be compared to in our competitors or in healthcare sector or in other industries, but in certain areas like food service or cleaning? Will the result of benchmarking will improve our performance? Are the staff and supportive in benchmark process or not? Examples of what are the topics that could be used. Some related to process, like surgical site infection, or day-to-day operation, like waiting time in emergency room, or delay between the referral and admission in inpatient, high risk or problematic born process. These are how to think which problem, which topic to study. I have too much day-to-day process. Which one I am going to study to find out a target and benchmark? It has to be if a problematic area to our patient increases satisfaction of our staff. It may be high risk. It may be recommended by the accreditor organization like JCI, CEPAHI, or else. Understanding it needs a formulation of benchmarking team that they will collect data about their experience, which are the problematic areas, and has some benchmarking either internally in our organization or nationally or internationally. So they will have a meeting with the benchmarking team to find out which topic to study, which measure to study our current performance, and to what extent we can reach the benchmark we are going to specify. We have to prioritize which topic that we are going to work on, either by data collection analysis through Pareto multi-voting affinity diagram to choose one of the benchmarking topics as a result of our benchmarking team. And in Focus Pedica video, we discuss what is the Pareto charts, multi-voting affinity diagram. You can refer to. To obtain a leadership support, you will ask the leadership to attend some of your meetings to be oriented about what is the result of your achievement in different meetings and what is the study topic that you are going to work on, because you will be in need of certain financial resources that could be help in benchmarking data collection, internal data collection, in quality improvement. So the leadership support is a cornerstone in benchmarking topic. Then the team. Who will be the team members? Who will lead the team? How the team will work together? And what is the training that the team members has to be trained to? Of course, the team members must be individuals who are knowledgeable about the process which we are going to study. They have their direct impact on the process or direct affected by the changes that we are going to work on to improve the process to reach the benchmark. A leader must be a knowledgeable one with a benchmark chosen and quality improvement tool, and individual must be familiar with the benchmark and how the quality improvement project it will be work. They have to be skeptical, resistant, or provide alternative point of view. There must be of different levels of ranking, and they are know well. Some teams has to be patient could be included in the team members. What are the elements that will lead to success of the teamwork? That clear objective, clear goals, clear role of each team member, regular team meeting, effective leadership and facilitator to facilitate the team meeting and to overcome side-to-side intervention and to reach consensus. Time allocated for the meeting and assigned a team work with a policy in case of struggling. The team leader, we have said that it has to be knowledgeable and passionate how to lead the team in their meeting, and facilitator will work with the team leader and have focus on the team process meetings to facilitate their meeting. Then you have to put down ground rules. Please, attendance is a must. There is a meeting schedule in certain location. They have the opportunity, every team member has an opportunity to contribute and to be heard, no blame, and there must be a way to solve any disagreement in between team members. As we have said, some projects need patients to be involved because their point of view may be different from the staff perceptive or perception of the process outcome. Maybe we find out that we are doing well, but the patient point of view find out that it is not that good as an outcome. So in certain to success, certain project, patient has to be involved. To develop a plan, it has to be the time frame for the project, data to be collected, benchmark partner to be specified, ground rules for the team members has to be put down. If we are going to have internal benchmark or external benchmark, is the organization have the data to be collected if internal benchmark? How will the data will be analyzed? How the data will be compared against the benchmark? And how the data could be used in improvement performance? All these, the answer of all these questions is a plan for benchmarking. If we are going to use an external benchmarking worldwide, we have to think about what we are going Does our organization performance have the same overall process as our organization? Does they do the same parts of the process as we did? Is this organization in the healthcare or having the same process but in different industry? If the organization have the right size to our size and have similar circumstances and resources, all these questions has to be put in mind to compare apple by apple. Here are some benchmarking resources that will help in find out benchmarking. In the Joint Commission, there is accountability measures, which is strong evidence-based in the Joint Commission. If you click on that, you will find out in the Joint Commission a certain specific manual of the National Hospital Inpatient that you can click to download it, and you will find out measures with benchmarking for inpatient, same like in case of certain hospitals like psychiatric hospital and perinatal care, you will go also to find out some measure for the psychiatric and others for perinatal. For hospital outpatient departments, there is quality measure. Here, also in the Joint Commission, there you will find out a specific manual for National Hospital Outpatient Department quality measures that if you click, you can download other resources like QualityNet.org. In the QualityNet.org, you can also find a PDF and Excel sheet for the measures. Other resources, there is 200 hospital benchmarks. If you can click, you can find out other measures. The ultimate goal of benchmarking is to identify improvement opportunity and attain excellence. I hope this will give us a good idea about benchmarking and where we can find, because it is the most common question is, where can I find a benchmark globally for external benchmark that some accreditors, or I need to know what is the best practice global. Thank you very much for this.